Hi, love. Hello, and welcome to Co-Creative Healing Journey. My name is Greta. I am a healer, and this reading is a condensed version of a reading that I usually do on a near daily basis, where I check in with spirit and I get advice, guidance, and so I like to share the best of who I am and how I live, and so I bring this reading here on the channel. And so we are going to ask Spirit, what do you want to share with us today? What do you have for us here and now today, Spirit? Let me put this back. Take the top card, and we have got an overall energy of maintain your childlike spirit. Well, okay then. So what Spirit wants to talk to us about today is about spiritual nourishment. When we are talking about the childlike spirit, it's our inner child, and it's the part of us that is completely untouched by the world. You know, it could be light, it could be a bit darker, left, right, it doesn't matter. To our spirit, it is an existence that exists beyond it is life, actually. We are in existence. The world of form is in existence, but our spirit is life, and it always unfolds beyond anything that we experience in the earthly realm. Any issues, any problems, any difficulties, stressors, strains, hurt, pain, fear, all of that, our spirit exists beyond it and is untouched by it, untouched by those dynamics. And Spirit wants to talk to us about that part of ourselves in some way, shape, or form. So let's look at what we have. We've got a Three of Wands, Virtue, and we've got a Queen of Swords. And so in this deck, the Three of Wands, Virtue, is about centeredness. It's about grounding. It's about how there's one energy, another energy, and it's about centering in the true energy. And this Queen of Swords is, oh my god, literally, yes. It is a card in this deck that is about authenticity. See how she's there? She's on this elevated position. She's got her sword, but she's also taking off her mask. And in doing so, she's protecting that inner child. I see, you can see it up there. We have the crystal and we have the inner child beyond it. So this is a teaching about a form of clarity that we need to have in life. The Spirit is guiding us to have in life about what truly matters, what's truly important, and in that instance, including the inner child in that. And from that place of including the inner child, of getting rid of everything that is inauthentic, that causes us to alienate from our inner child, to alienate from our spirit, we can rebalance energy. And I feel like this is talking about the past, it's talking about the future, and in the present, it's talking about letting go of ways in which we have disregarded our spirit and in which we've done this. And again, I feel like it's just general. Everybody does this to some level, in some way, shape, or form, growing up in societies that we have these days, right? In modern societies. But Spirit is saying there comes a point where we can learn to stop. And to some extent, learning to stop is precisely growing up. There's something about maturity, adulthood, that is about learning what really matters. And children don't really know what matters. It's not their problem, it's not their issue. And, children are protected by not having to deal with things that are beyond their pay grade, beyond their maturity level, their ability to understand, to handle, to feel empowered in. And so we protect them from those. And what Spirit is saying is precisely that there's this maturity that comes in, this reach towards adulthood, when we are able to take on responsibility for our inner child, for our spirit, for this energy being alive and well and thriving within us. So let's look at more. We have here a deck that has very particular meanings. So we've got Major Arcana number 15, the Devil. Talking about the spirit, the devil appears. We've got the Three of Cups. Wow. We've got Major Arcana number 18, the Moon. And we have got the Queen of Wands. Wow, this is a deep message the Spirit is bringing. With this Devil card, Spirit is saying that if we don't do this consciously, we're going to end up doing it anyway. We're going to end up taking care of our spirit anyway because we are spiritual beings. It's who we are, it's how we live, it's how we exist. It's something that we have to do. We have to rebalance in this way of including the Spirit, taking care of the Spirit, and some way, shape, or form. And if we don't do it consciously with the devil, it comes up in addictions, it comes up in compulsions, it comes up also with illusions, disempowerment. That all of a sudden we have these behaviors where we are indulging in things that are not good for us. But the point is not even that it's not good for us, because again, that's the thing, that's what kids do, right? I remember someone who had an 8-year-old daughter, and that 8-year-old daughter was really overweight, and I was talking to them about it, and the mom said, well, yeah, she's really overweight because she all she does is eat chocolate. She wakes up in the morning and she just eats chocolate for hours, and she doesn't understand that she should stop. And I'm just like, yeah, she's 8. If you give her the choice, chocolate or veggies, she will choose chocolate, right? And that's why you don't give her the choice. And it's the same thing. It's like, if we don't have this conscious, mature aspect, part of us, that is taking care of the inner child, then here come the addictions, here come the compulsions, all this red energy. Here comes a kind of part of us that doesn't want to be, how do I put this? It's like we rebel against things that are healthy because it feels fun. It feels like our inner child gets to play when we are in disorder, when we are in unhealthy behavior, when we basically are living like maybe 8-year-olds or 6-year-olds, but we're adults. We're eating too much, we're drinking too much, we're partying too much, we're staying up too late, we're resisting discipline, we're resisting order, we are resisting responsibility, maybe. That it really does come out in all of these things. And I'm really getting an aha moment for myself, but also just in general, having seen that so much with other adults. And then we've got the Three of Cups, which is talking about growth and evolution. And again, that dissipation, Three of Cups can be that energy of dissipation and fun at all costs. But with the moon here, Spirit is saying it's like there's always a cost. It just goes hidden. It goes unacknowledged in the unconscious, even like the subconscious, right? There's always a cost. There's always a cost to unconscious behavior. There's always a cost to disempowerment. We may not see it because, hey, I got to eat a tub of ice cream tonight, maybe, right? And that was fun, and I feel like it was fun. But there's maybe the cost on the weight, or the I'm seeing like the blood sugar, right? Or just feeling not good about ourselves, our self-esteem. And the Queen of Wands energy is coming here. Do you see how she's stepping on an arrow here? This is this energy of taking back control, and we have two queens doing this. So we're not talking about the king's mastery. We are talking about the queens, where we are in the embodiment. And Queen of Wands for me is an energy that has to do with self-esteem, because the wands often has to do with our actions, and then the energy that leads to action. And so the Queen of Wands is how we feel about our actions, how we embody our actions, and that's self-esteem. And it's like, it's really hard to have good self-esteem when you keep doing things that you know you shouldn't be doing, because you can't help it, because it's coming from such a deeper space and place. And that's the virtue energy. Oh yeah, we have the virtue and the devil together. And it's not about virtue moralistic. It's about virtue health. What's good for you. Spirit is not like shaking its finger, its metaphorical finger, saying, don't do this. This is bad. Spirit is saying, is it healthy? Is it good for you? This is talking about how to step into more health, greater health. We've got solar plexus chakra. We have got third eye chakra. And we've got Major Arcana number 20, Blossom, which would be the equivalent of the Judgment card. And Spirit is saying that at the end of the day, what we have is a situation where there are so many of us who do not have, how would I put this? We don't have, for whatever reasons, we very, very many people in this modern world, we haven't learned how to do this in a healthy way, because also there's just so many new things that have come in. There's the internet, there's junk food, there's shopping, there are all of these ways in which we are learning to handle ourselves and these emotional disturbances, or not learning to handle them, but we use them to cope with emotional disturbances and wounding that we have. But at the same time, with modern life, there's also many more of us who are getting wounded. And so it ends up being that, yes, we have to change modern life and evolve it and so on and so forth, so that it does serve the spirit. But right here, right now, with solar plexus chakra, it's talking about personal responsibility. It incomes upon us. I think that's the word, but it falls upon each and every single one of us to take responsibility and to step up and do what we need to do for ourselves. That we have to, again, have the discipline, make the right choices, the healthy choices. And this doesn't mean to go into a dictatorship of health and, crowd out the fun, because that wouldn't work either. And that's what the third eye chakra is talking about. It's talking about a big picture, and how the spirit does love fun and does love lightness and delights, right? Delight, enjoys light within enjoyment and different kinds of experiences, and seeks that fulfillment. Absolutely. And there is the perspective where spirituality is about fulfillment and is about enjoying ourselves and enjoying life, celebrating life. Absolutely. But the big picture is about how we need to do this in ways that are balanced, in ways that are wholesome, in ways that are respectful of the self. And through that third eye chakra, to come out of a kind of what's the word, illusion with the devil, illusions about how we're doing things, and then thinking that it actually is for our inner child. It's because we love to flow, it's because we love to relax, it's because we need to relax, it's because this and this and that, a lot of reasons. But to transcend the picture and to be able to see very, very clearly, like, hey, what is it that I'm actually doing? And with the Blossom card here, this is a card that talks about developing potential. And I love this card because I can never tell, is it going out? Is this energy that's built up and is going out, or is it energy that is getting pulled back in? And Spirit is saying, ultimately, the reason why Spirit is talking to you about this is because there's a dynamic that can happen where we can pull energy back from patterns, from dynamics, from stuff that just is really, really unhealthy for us, that is not serving our highest good. We pull that energy back, and then we can transmute that energy, and then we can move it out towards situation, people, places, things, foods, products, experiences that are much more in alignment and that do serve our highest good. There's so much potential for how we can fulfill our spirit, what we can nurture ourselves with at a profound level, that also fulfill the inner child and keeps us safe. And there is a psychological inner child also, and a spiritual inner child, and both of those can be fulfilled, but it doesn't have to be through dysfunctions anymore. And so when we start to look for that path, there's a tremendous amount of potential that just activates, because Spirit is saying it's like you're starting to ask the right questions, you're starting to look for the right things, and when you direct your attention, it appears. It appears. Our attention is creative, and when we're directing our attention towards what is going to be healthy, what is going to be good for me, what is going to be really truly fulfilling to all of me, to my body, to my spirit, all of it, like true fulfillment. When we direct our attention towards that, then it does appear. Yeah, we have blessed. Major Arcana number, master number 22. That says a lot. And then we have soulmates upside down. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. And you see how you have this penguin here. There's one of them that holds the key, and the other one has the lock here. There's something about a missing connection. Oh, this is, wow. Okay. Spirit is saying, look, at the end of the day, and this is a short reading on the internet, so again, take it as resonates, but with the soulmates upside down, there's so many of us who just have these wounds around not having been nurtured, about love, really. Let's just say where we are right now. The past is included in it, but it's also about the present, and it's also about the future. That at the end of the day, it's all about a lack of love. a lack of love for ourselves, a lack of love within ourselves, a lack of love from ourselves to others, from others to us, from us into our work, from us into life itself. There's just a lack and dysfunctions of love on so many different levels, which is all an illusion because, of course, we are blessed with love every single minute of every single day, every single moment. Love is here for us. And that's what Spirit is saying. There's tons of love that is waiting to be found, that is waiting to be gifted. And with the number 22, it's a master manifestation. It's about going back to that original state of intention for life. Life is intended to be abundant. It is intended to be fun. It is also intended to be healthy. It's intended to be good. It is intended to be nurturing and in very authentic ways for every single one of us, right? And so it's about returning to that space. But Spirit is again saying you just have to ask, you have to look for it. And especially, you have to stop looking for the things that don't work, that don't fulfill you. And I am getting that we are living in a time where there's a big energy shift. So whenever you're watching this, it will apply to you because you're here. But there is a big energy shift that's going on around the planet, especially 2023 into 2025. Oh my God, yes. It's part of that whole movement, that whole thing. And part of that is precisely breaking old bonds and creating new ones. So, what used to fulfill us, what used to make us happy, what used to work for us, right? The path, this path, that path, it's almost like the Spirit is saying, you know what? I'm going to sit out both of these paths and I'm going to create something new. And that's the Spirit within you, it's the Spirit within me. It is potential that is here for us now and that is supported by the collective energies, cosmic energies. And so if we will do that now and say, okay, I'm done with the old that I know is not working for me. I'm done giving away my power to things, addictions, again, people, places, things outside of myself. I'm done giving power away, period. And now, how do I do this? How do I find a way? And we just put that out to the universe. The answer will come. So, takeaway, yeah, I knew it was going to be this card. Air. The air around us is filled with angels. Ask. Just ask. There's so much spiritual support getting ready to bless you, getting ready to deliver to you a much more blessed experience. It wants to come in here for you. It is divinely intended. That's your birthright. It's supposed to be this way to begin with. You just have to ask. We just have to ask, and we will be assisted and we will be guided towards that new experience and that new level of reality. So that was the reading. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here and bringing this energy, co-creating it with me. I really enjoyed this reading. I'm so happy to have shared it with you. Please drop me some lines. I would love to know what you think and how this is showing up in your life. And as always, if you're interested in me and my work, timestamps, or sorry, the text is in the description box. You can check out my store where I sell awesome do it yourself healing and energy work. So lots of love. Thank you for being here. May you be blessed always and in always, and I'll be seeing you around. Bye.